Welcome to our first episode of Amazon Finds, where I review something I bought on Amazon and I share with you the experience of what I think about it. Today we've got a Techlor Parallette bar, push-up bar, dip bar, 𝗘𝙀𝙀𝗏 bar, whatever you want to call it. Bought it over to Christmas break, and it's a little bit past Christmas. We're in March now or so, whenever you're watching this video. I'm going to show you a little bit of a review of what I think about it, because I've always loved parallel bars, and I had some ones that I bought, I think, at Dick's Sporting Goods a long time ago. They're way too small and flimsy. I wanted something more sturdy. Been trying to practice a lot of handstands. At the filming of this video, I'm getting ACL surgery in a couple of days, so there's going to be 0 handstands for a minute. But while my ACL is good, I wanted to show you this Parallette bars today and tell you all about it. So stay tuned, and we're going to check it out in today's video. All right, let's get to it, unboxing, baby. So here we go. Amazon Prime. This came shipped to my house pretty quickly, and you know they always do that. Put one box inside another box. So there's one box. Let's get this one open. I am literally just using my car keys, so we'll go through there. What is it, Arlo? Do we have a little? Is this a toy? I don't know what it is, huh? Is that a toy? Is that your toy? It's not your toy, huh? All right, Arlo, what is it? Well, we gotta use our key here, get this tape. So if you have a set of car keys or a knife, whatever you need to open up a box, you can use that. Arlie, what is it? What do we got here? We got parallel bar? Is that a parallel bar? I don't know if you want to play with that, Bubs. All right, so first glance, we got some handles in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and some screws. Hopefully it's not too much assembly, but we're gonna go through it and we're gonna put it all together. So we are live in action. I think this is an alloy steel material. It's got some foam rubber handles on here. The brand is Techlor. Already, hey, I thought this foam was actually gonna be a lot cheaper than it actually is, but this is pretty good. I thought it was gonna be, you know, some of those materials, they have that cheap foam that like rubs off. But anyways, looks pretty sturdy at first glance. Alloy steel. So far, we're so good. So the price can vary. Usually, right now it says like, what is it, 33% off? $40. Sometimes it could be $60. I don't know what the price is, so let's just say between $40 and $60. So we got 6 pieces. And I will tell you, well, you'll watch and see if this is actually hard to put together. Shouldn't be. It looks like it might be pretty straightforward. Looks like you got an Allen key. I don't know, 5mm maybe. And we got some nuts and bolts here. And we got a washer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wrench. 7, 8. 8 screws. I didn't know it'd be this many screws. Okay, as always, we don't read directions here. We just put stuff together. So there's one. This looks pretty straightforward. 2, 3, 4. So 8 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, seems pretty self-explanatory. So we will talk about it in a second, but we got to assemble this thing first. So we're going to get these screws. Looks like we just thread them through here. And push one in, lock the lock nut on. So it's got a washer, one lock nut, put it on into the end. So far it's pretty self-explanatory. Usually when I put this on, I'll have the washer and the screw, thread it through. Now, if I wanted to be a little bit more OCD, I'd put a washer on the end of each side, but anyway, we're just putting it through. I guess we could probably read real quick. It'd probably be a good idea to see if they want that. I bet the washer goes through on the front. And hey, you know what? It goes through the back. Good thing we read the directions. I know I wasn't going to. So it says to put the washer at the end. So we'll put the screw in first, because I guess it's got a big flat tip there. So screw goes in first. We'll put the washer in through. It's got a little bit of a bent side on there. And I bet it wants that bent side. How's that? Bottom foot insert, loose screws, put some weight on the bench, insert handle, bottom foot insert screw, curved washer. Yep, so just put the washer on the end. I'm gonna go ahead and put the curved side pressing against it. And then, so that way it kind of wraps around the pole instead of having the opposite way. So I'll do the same thing on the other side. Do that on both sides. And then we're gonna go ahead and probably fast forward through this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put all these screws in here and assemble it all, and we're gonna make it happen. Boom, all right, and we are assembled. So I don't know, it took what, about 5 to 7 minutes. All it is like, I knew it's like a 5mm Allen and whatever size wrench here. Then basically just snug these up. You gotta go back and snug them up just a little bit more. Honestly, it didn't take too much time. When I first put them on, they were a little loose, but I just went back in there and kept snugging them on. I mean, you know, go pretty tight. See, it's even still like a hair loose, like, I mean, barely. Like, I could probably snug them up even tighter, but as far as like taking these things apart and putting them back together, that might get kind of annoying. So I definitely recommend probably a better toolkit. Obviously, no one's gonna give you the best Matco or Snap-on tools, but I would probably have a socket and an Allen or something that you could spin and snap around real fast. So 5mm, and then what does this thing say? 13 and 17? 13, 17 inch, 13 and a 17 wrench and a 5 Allen, but you only use the 13. So unless they have like a certain other toolkit that they're selling, they use the 17. So 13 wrench, 5mm, I would probably get a different, better toolkit if you were actually gonna take these apart and bring them with you. But we are assembled. What I did notice in the manual, these things, actually a few of them can be uneven. So if you have uneven surfaces, you can kind of twist these. I mean, it's obviously it's hard to see, but one side's a little bit thicker, one side's a little bit thinner, so I can flip this. And so that can be on the thick side. So obviously if you have a flat, even floor, you're good to go, and these things are level. But these, which is actually kind of genius, because usually they just have a regular pad, and then you might be, like if your floor is uneven and it wobbles, well, you could twist these, and I can see here, like this one's a little different, so I need to twist it. Not too bad to twist. Give it a little smack and a push. So now they're even. So you could set these all even if you want. I think I've already adjusted all of these. So I have the thin side at the bottom, thick side at the top, but if you did have an uneven floor, you could set these down. So made of alloy steel, what we got? We got 17 inches long, 9.5 inches, where we at? High, and 8.3 inches wide, and this thing's about 1.6 inches if you care for that. Pretty portable, pretty sturdy. First glance, let's go ahead and throw some of this mess in the box. But this is the newest addition, you know, to the studio. So I've always been a big fan of bodyweight training. Arlo, don't eat my tools, okay? And I've always liked it. So you could do so many things with these, especially as I'm getting older. I'm not that old, I'm about to be 40, but I'm not crazy these days about having my hands on the ground and doing push-ups. Plus, like, yeah, I can feel my chest and squeeze as I come up and adduct my elbows, but you know, I still feel a little bit of pressure on the wrist. So for those of you that have some sensitive wrists, you can use these Techlor Parallette bars or push-up bars. And then also you can go a little bit deeper. So that's why I've always loved these, because look, I get a heck of a stretch and I press up and I squeeze, and I like this because, like, I don't know if you can see it, but as I come up, I adduct my elbows, I can get a hell of a squeeze on the outside of my chest. So I feel it more. Now, sure, yes, you can do push-ups here onto the ground and press and squeeze, but honestly, right as I was doing that, a little bit of upper chest, but a lot of shoulder. Now you can play around with the different positions, so I wish I did this like decades ago, because generally now these days when I do my chest, I get a better contraction if I underhand and supinate and rotate my hands inwards. So a lot of times when I'm doing push-ups, if I'm at like a gym and I only have access to dumbbells, I'll do inwardly rotated, supinated, semi-supinated push-ups on dumbbells. But you can use these bars, and as I push in and squeeze, I can feel the outside of my chest, and it takes the pressure out of my shoulder. So A, you could use it for push-ups. B, you could do some incline push-ups if you would like. So putting the feet up, if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, and then coming up to the top, not only am I going a lot lower because of the deficit, but also I'm at an incline. So these are way harder. And honestly, this is probably one of my favorite old school ways of building a nice upper body. You can't go wrong with push-ups. Also, if it's too hard, you could stay onto your knees. But what I like about this is that it trains the full range of motion. So maybe you just go to your knees and you push back up, but you can also go pretty low, get a huge stretch. So even if you're looking for an advanced version of a knee push-up, right? pushing up here, you can use these bars for that. Also, if you want to work the back of your arms, you can do these 𝐿-sits, or actually that's a whole different move, dips. So even a very beginner, easy way, just sitting here, dropping the butt to the floor and then coming all the way back up. You obviously won't maybe get as much range of motion here, but it's still gonna challenge the movement. And I already feel my triceps burning here. So if I were to do 20 of these like this, I know it's not a lot of range of movement, but even just sitting here and pushing down and up, I could still get a huge pump in my triceps. I'm just kind of going off the fly here, but let's see if I were to actually bring my foot up. Will this do anything? Coming down. Yeah, so you can elevate the feet. Now I get even a little bit more range of motion and bringing the feet up. But really, you could play around with this stuff. You might even bring these. Nah, not gonna bring them on a bench. So I would probably elevate the feet. And then also another thing, 𝐿-sits. I don't do as much of these recently. And after I get some ACL surgery Friday, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing a lot of them, but you can bring the feet out and just hold. I'm not a calisthenics guy, my abs are lit up. But that's a really challenging exercise. I'm making it look bad probably right now, but I really feel my abs, I feel my shoulders and my triceps. And then the main reason I like these bars because it feels very comfortable doing some handstands. So haven't done my handstands in a while. Let's see what we got. So not too bad, almost slipped on that one. You might even turn them a little bit. Let's see if we turn them here, how we're doing. Not bad. Haven't done them in a while. Let's maybe try it one more time. Let's turn them in. Let me keep them a little bit more neutral. Let's see. Oh, kicking up one last time. No, let's do one more, come on. Anyways, I gotta practice, but I'm gonna have a blast with these. So overall, I don't know. I mean, home push-up bar, these are probably some of the best I've used in a while. Like I said, super sturdy. Some I've seen that kind of click in and out. Like I said, it's probably gonna take you 5 to 7 minutes. I don't know, 10 minutes top if you're super mechanically inclined or not inclined, but these secure in pretty good. Like I said, they have the curved screw in there and a lock nut, so it's pretty steady in place. Maybe you keep these tools close by, so if they ever get a little loose, tighten them up. Like this is a hair loose here, and if you wanna watch, it's super easy. Like literally you get the screw or get the wrench on the other end, lock it in place, get the Allen key, you turn it, you lock it in, and then you twist. So see, I can get that, yeah, I guess I can get that a little bit more snug. You may have to go in here and snug these up a handful of times because sometimes you use it, you move it around, you throw this thing on the ground. As you can see, this is already, maybe I didn't snug it up perfectly, but it was already a hair loose. So I'm giving each one a little extra love here. Boom. Okay, so that's locked in. So like I said, you may use this a whole bunch. I would say probably like, I don't know, maybe every few sessions. Just go in and snug these up a little bit. Sometimes these may come out loose, but I don't know, anywhere from 40 to 60 bucks, getting a pair of these Parallette bars, Parallette, I never say that right. Parallette bars, Parallettes. Ugh. Anyway, that's probably the thing I like and enjoy about them the most. But I would say those or push-ups. I'll be using them a lot for that. You could do some of these where you kick the feet out, drop, push. I probably won't be doing a lot of that. I'm just gonna be doing them for handstands and push-ups. So these are the Techlor Parallette bars, push-up bars, 𝐿-sit bars. You can get them on Amazon. I'm gonna link that down below. I hope you enjoyed this. Did you like this episode or series? If so, I'll create more content doing some Amazon finds. This was rated on Amazon's choice, so I assume that's some of the items that either sell more or that they prefer that are a little bit higher quality for their customers. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. My name's Frank. I'm a certified personal trainer and fitness nutrition coach. On this channel, I'm gonna help you feel, move, and look better through mobility, training, and nutrition. And if you have anybody that you know that might be looking to get in shape, doesn't want to join a gym, I actually would recommend this. I mean, out of 5, I don't know. I mean, I can't, I'd almost say 5 out of 5, honestly. But how would I make it better? I don't know. Maybe a 4 out of 5. I mean, I'm gonna go 5 out of 5. This is a pretty good little thing here. Maybe if there's some adjustability, let's go 4 out of 5. Nothing can't be perfect yet. These things are pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 only because maybe if these could adjust and go a little bit higher, just a little bit. But for the first thing that I ordered on Amazon, I think these are pretty good. Honestly, 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. How about that? These things are pretty sturdy. I like them. Comfortable handle, alloy steel. I think it's the adjustable lever thing. I've never really seen that. Again, I haven't used these other than today on the video, so I think they're pretty good. But hey, if you like them, link in the description. And hey, can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.
I keep on working, got purpose and worth. Music's my cure and this world is my purse. Get rid of this curse with every verse. Of course I've been hurt, but some have it much worse. Leave me alone, get out of my head. Block out the opinions until I am dead. They all go to sleep, but should listen instead. Listen some more and you'll cease to regret. I keep on working, I got it on track. You gonna see my name up on a flag. I sail this ship and I'll never come back. I keep this bitch on the line to attack. Never look back, I make a record like Crash. Top of my bracket I smash, I'm like a pack. I'm about to stack it like cash. It's gonna happen so fast.
Never changed my